doing? Welcome to Frequency Real Radio. This is Madam X with your sex and possibly love relationship for we can say December. It's the end of November, so I'm not a stickler about time periods, but for you guys' sake and for labeling the video's sake, we'll say December, but it's going to take you from November through December, from this point in November through December. Let me just let you know at the beginning of the reading, this is adult content only. Nothing on here is for children. So if you have any kids in the room, if graphic images that are on the cards and if explicit language offends you, you may want to turn the video off now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you guys a tease of these sex readings, these erotic readings, or erotica readings with the Manara deck for as we go out in November, seeing as though we had a lot of Scorpio energy in the air. I know we're moving into Sagittarius, but, following up Scorpio, when is a more appropriate time to talk about sex than when we had Scorpio so heavily dominating the month? And then I'll switch back to the love and romance. I know everybody, I don't want to lose anybody who really doesn't like, anything too vulgar. If you want this reading, with more cards, at least like a 7 to 10 card spread, you can go to the website, my website, frequencyreal.com. It'll be down in the description bar. So please go there. And I put the link to lead you right to the page to purchase your reading. And if you have any questions, you can go to the contact me page and do all of that. And you just put in your information. Don't worry about any shipping or anything like that. And once I get your payment and confirm that you place your order, I will get in contact with you to see how you want to do your reading and when you want to do your reading. And eventually I'll have the calendar on there. I'm still working on some things on the website. So with that being said, as you hear, I'm shuffling the Manara deck. I'm shuffling the cards. I really, really love these cards and the energies that they give off. I had to set a mood because this is about erotic notions. This is about sex, and it is about fantasy and all of those things above. So, I had to get cleaned up, take my little sexy bath, and set a mood. And my ass done fell asleep in the bath. I tell you, over 30, that's just kind of what happens, especially when you sipping on some wine, and Lord knows I can't hold the liquor alcohol. So, I'm trying to get back into the mood. Got the sage going. Love the sage when it gets to the end. It just burns forever. I almost saged my damn self. So anyway, this is where we can have a little bit of fun for my adults, my grown-ups. I know everybody is interested in love, but everybody's having sex too. So, it is what it is. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more. I know you guys hear it going. Just getting these together. Gonna give it a few more whirls. It's basically a new deck. I'll put the images out. I think you guys will really, really like the images. I think I'm gonna have to just had a call come through. I'm gonna have to pause for a second and come right back, but you guys won't really know because I'll just pause it and pick right back up and continue to shuffle. 1 second, Leo. Not yet. Anyway, Leo, so let's kind of get this thing started. I'm shuffling. I know when I start to drop a whole lot of cards and stuff like that, it's pretty much ready to go. Don't forget to check out the store, frequencyreal.com. There's going to be a lot of really cool things coming. You guys can go and kind of get a feel for what's going to be out there. And make sure you check out the blog. I do write. I'm looking to have some guest contributors write as well. So you're going to find different articles, writings, poems, thoughts, and you'll find the daily tarot energy there. I know I said that before, but as I have a little bit more time, I'll definitely make sure I put up those tarot energies. It just takes time to do those and upload them and everything like that. And for anybody that supports my channel, guys, just know that goes to getting better equipment, that goes to bringing you these readings, being able to do things more efficiently and things like that. So if anybody supported, I really, really do thank you. And like I said, the video will be coming with the winners as soon as I get some of these readings out of the way, because Leo, I didn't get to you for October. That's why I'm giving you this sex reading, and then I'm going to try to come back before I even move on and give you in Virgo a love and romance reading, just for the people who want that. And like I said, depending on the response to these erotic cards, to the Menara deck, I may keep these going. If it's a little too much for people, I may just keep these on my website and host them there. So, 1 second. Everything's flipping. Let me just see. All right. I'm going to do one more. Just get these together. And I'm going to do 3 cards. Depending on the time we have left, I may give you the bottom of the deck. I try to do that. Or if we need to kind of clarify something. The first card is going to be kind of overall the theme of your sex life or what's going on with you intimately. Depending on the cards that come out, love may tie in. But this is a very erotic deck. I'll have the pictures up. And then I'll have 2 supporting cards to just kind of back up and tell us more about the overall theme. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these now. And just let's do this. All right. So Leo, in the words of Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. The overall theme is the sun, which is very appropriate for the Leo. If I'm not mistaken, that is the Leo card, guys. And the supporting cards are the 9 of fire, a fire card, and the 1 of air. And let's just see what the bottom of the deck is, the 4 of earth. And you know, these cards, I haven't used these cards a whole heck of a lot, but I tell you, they are so interesting when it comes to the images that are on the cards, when it comes to what's going on the cards. I mean, they really, really do speak a lot of what may be happening. So for your reading, Leo, as far as when it comes to your erotic life, like I said, we have the sun card. And I believe the Roman numerals that are on this card are 21. It's the X and the 1 and the X. So I believe that's the 11 plus the 10, the 21, which breaks down to a 3. So I feel like with you guys and your sex life, you may be trying to reach certain heights of satisfaction. And you'll see when I put the images up of these cards. The fire signs, you guys usually are pretty fiery. You guys, you don't really have many problems unless you have hang-ups or things that happened in the past with you expressing, you know, that sexual energy or that aggressiveness that's in you. You know, all fire signs have that aggressiveness. They have that sexual energy. And it seems like you're really trying to reach higher heights when it comes to your erotic life. So I'm getting the feeling, Leo, you may not just be in it for a sex thing. You may want something deeper. I know Leos at most of my adult life, most of my friends, not even adult life, but teenage years and up, most of my friends were Leos. It's just something with Cancer and Leos, you know, whether male or female. I always find myself in close friendships with Leos, and excuse me, guys. And Leos, even though you had that aggressive sexual nature, sometimes if things aren't going right in a relationship or things aren't going how you want to, you can't really express that, or you can't really express yourself. You know, you think you kind of need things to be going even killing a relationship. And on this sun card, it just shows that you're really trying to reach higher heights when it comes to your eroticism, your sexual nature. You may really want to express what's inside of you. You may be trying to find that person where you can express these things with. But what's kind of underlying that and what's kind of stopping that, and I don't even want to say stopping it. I'm not going to say stopping it. I'm just going to say what's kind of contributing to you maybe feeling that way, or even if you're not getting there, is I have the 9 of fire. Now, the 9 of fire is the moon card with the Sagittarius, with the Sagittarian card. So that's the moon in Sagittarius. So it is being outgoing and being very aggressive with some hidden things. When you see the image of this card, it is a woman, and it's like a white woman we can call her white, or we just want to call her a fair descent. So she could be of another nationality or a different race or something like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be white. I'm just saying what's portrayed on the card. Very fair skinned woman. And then there's a black man, and now the language on this video is going to be vulgar. I'm not going to do sex readings and try to watch my language. So please, if you're watching this and you're sensitive, cut it off now. So anyway, so she's playing with his dick behind like a hidden corner, behind a hidden wall, in an alleyway. And he looks like, they look like they were both headed to class. They were both had other intentions. They both had other things to do. And maybe one thing led to another. And you were really aggressive, or there's just something hidden going on. There's some hidden sexuality, some hidden secretiveness. Maybe you had some intimate encounters with somebody that that are kind of hidden, that you want to take this to a higher height. But when you think of the 9 and you think of the fire, and you talk about the moon and Sagittarius, it's like you have these desires, you have these wants, like the Sun card, but what's done is done in the dark. It's kind of like a cut thing. Like you're not are you the main person, or are you the side thing? Are you the main person, or are you the cut thing? It looks to me like you want to be the main person, like you want to go full frontal with this relationship. You want to take it to higher heights. But what you were doing, and this guy, he has his sunglasses on, and so does the woman in the card. So it's like the intent, it looks like it's all good. It's about these books. It's about studying. They may be trying to get this higher education or something, but then they sneak off to the side and she's fondling his penis. I don't want to say behind closed doors, because it's kind of out in the open. So what you're doing, in some ways it's out in the open, but in some ways it's secretive. And that's what's kind of happening. And he's kind of looking on, and she's kind of looking at him like, yeah, don't you like this? So the point of that, Leo, is it's very hard to get to the next level if you start things off and someone is keeping you hidden or keeping you secret, especially, if you've agreed or you consented to these things. So then the other card that I have is the One of Air. Now that is a air card, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So that could have something to do with some of your partnerships, or maybe the kind of energy that you're dealing with is definitely air energy. And it's a woman on the card, and she's just kind of on the card smoking her pipe. The sun is in the background. It's setting. The dawn is setting. And it's like when the sun is setting, this is when the moon comes out. This is when things get done in the dark. But she's sitting there, and she's kind of, the feeling I get is she's smoking this pipe, kind of contemplating, is this what I want to do? Is this what's going on? Or this could be another person. This could be another woman, because it's different people depicted in the card. I have 3 women. Actually, I have several women in the cards, and I only have, really, when you talk about main characters, I only really have 2 men in the card. Now, in the bottom of the deck card, the Four of Earth, there are some other men, but they're kind of just standing around, bystanders to the situation and things like that. So with the One of Air card, the woman is kind of thinking like, what is going on? This could be someone watching you from afar, and with the light in the back, it's like the light is going to get shown on the situation. Someone may already know what's going on, or that may be you thinking and looking at the situation saying, I don't know how this is going to get me to the next level. I don't know how this is going to get me to the highest height. Or the people that you're involved with, the men that you're involved with, they could have several other women going on in this scenario. Because what I see when I come over to the card that was on the bottom of the deck, which is really the underlying energy and kind of wraps up the other 3 cards, is the Four of Earth. And the image on the Four of Earth is a very scantily clad woman. She's dressed in lingerie. She's on her knees crawling with her ass in the air, and she is grabbing at this man's pants. And it is like, and even though this is a Four of Earth card, and this is really funny, because these cards, I love them in our deck, because these cards, the imagery is just something else. And then when you look on the cards, they tell you right on the card the signs, the planets, and everything like that. So at the bottom of this card, it is, and I don't know what the other symbol is. I need to see, because the symbols are a little different. These come in, they have different languages on them as well. But it's so funny that I feel like I feel like this is you being aggressive and kind of coming at this man, grabbing at him. You want that passion. You want that dick. You want that intimacy. I mean, you are really ready to kind of give it to this person. But he's like standing there. There's a woman next to him, almost like this is his woman. And he walked into this place, and it sets this scene. This is the scene that I'm imagining in my head. Have you ever been to like an erotic show? Say you go to like a strip show with your man or your partner or your friend, whoever, just a gentleman that maybe you're intimate with, or that you have a lust for. Maybe you guys haven't taken it there yet, or maybe you've kind of fooled around but haven't done the whole sexual act, or maybe you have fucked. But when you walk in, it's like this dancer. So you got a dancer there, they're dancing. Maybe people have on their little masquerade mask. And you sort of notice after a while, it's more than just this dancer paying attention to the person you're with. There is something deeper there. You may not even notice that maybe these two people, he's there with his woman. But this woman is tugging at him so hard. It's like there had to be something more. He had to know this woman before he walked into the place. And the way he kind of jumped back, he's jumping back, and then the woman with him is appalled as well, as to say, this is a thing we do when no one's looking. This is a thing we do in the dark. This is not something we do in front of everybody. So I thought it was really, really funny how I believe this is the sun in Capricorn. You already know Capricorn's sign is a little funny looking, and if they flipped it all the way, and I have no idea, I don't even know if this deck came with the book, but I'm pretty sure it's the sun in Capricorn, because it's the earth suit. We know what Taurus looks like, and then we know what Virgo looks like. It's not Taurus. It's either going to be Capricorn or Virgo. Let me see if I can pause this really quick and see if I can find anything that came with it. 1 second. I was right. It's Capricorn. I did find a book. I didn't want to have you guys waiting while I was searching. I tell you that I don't really read the books unless I just have leisure time, or there's something where I just wanted to see what the book says and get a little bit more insight. But typically I don't read the books. I just kind of go off of my own interpretations of the card, my own intuition, my own empath insight. But I'm pretty good with the symbols, but because these kind of have different languages on them and they're drawn a little bit different, I wasn't sure if it was Capricorn, so I wanted to be sure. So it's the sun in Capricorn. So it's the sun, it's the Leo energy combined with Capricorn. And that's almost sort of a clash. It's like this aggressiveness that you're bringing to the situation, but then the person is like, hold up, wait a minute, like they're kind of stiff. Capricorns can get down and dirty as well, but the overall point is not about how Capricorns can get down and dirty. It's about the energy that the Capricorn brings to this card, which is a stiffness, which is a sternness, which is a coldness. It's not a very receptive fire energy or even water energy or something like that. It's a stiffness in contrast to this aggressive Leo nature. So it's like, the people in the card are sort of astonished that she is grabbing for this man and she's really coming at him aggressively, giving off that tone of, I want you. I need you. I want this right now. So I would say, as we wrap this up, because we're hitting 20 minutes, I don't know how this time goes so fast. If you guys need to continue this reading, if you want more insight to this reading, if it speaks to you, again, visit me at frequencyreal.com. But what I'm going to say is, Leo, if you want to get to higher heights, I know Leos are very prideful. I know a lot of the females don't necessarily take a lot of crap. I know all of that. But you may want to think about, use this air card, because the 9 and the 1 come back to the self. You know what I'm saying? And the 21 makes the 3, which speaks of trying to get something cooking, but not quite being on stable ground. You need more elements to make it stable. You need another element to make it the 4. And with the 9 and the 1, it leads you back to yourself. So you may want to take a look at really what's going on. how you're carrying it, your actions, and ask yourself. Now, if you didn't have the Sun card and you just wanted a little freak of the week, you just wanted to get it in, get it on, have a hot, heavy quickie, have something that may be temporary, then I wouldn't say think about how you're going to get to these higher heights. But with the Sun card, it shows you truly want to be that Leo. And as far as I have experienced, Leos like relationships. Yes, you like attention, and yes, you had that aggression, but you need someone who can appreciate that and who is totally there for you to take this aggressive nature out. Now, a lot of Leos aren't opposed to doing things behind closed doors. If you're familiar with Leo men, they do get the stereotype of being womanizers. I'm gonna say that maybe 70% stereotype, 30% true. Sorry, Leo men. And the women, you know, I'm not going to say they're faster or anything, but all of the fire signs are more aggressive. So you could have other things in your chart. This could be very general and it may not pertain to you, but it may not take a lot, you know, for you guys to hop in bed and want to get it on. Now, that's not for every Leo. Yes, you know, some people are different. Not all of these traits. We have the light side traits and we have the dark side traits. With you guys being so aggressive, like we talk about Aries and Sagittarius, just from my experience, it don't take a whole lot of coaxing to get them in bed. You know what I mean? And Leo, I'm sure you have standards and everything like that, but you also like to let out that nature as well. But if you want to take it to a different place, if you want to shine, if you want to spread your wings and really be cherished for who you are, and you want that spotlight, ask yourself who you're dealing with. Is it the kind of energy that you really need to be able to express yourself, or are you always going to be left unsatisfied? So that's where I have to end it, unfortunately, Leo. I would love to draw more cards. I would love to go on. I see the next card under the deck that I could talk about. But if you guys want to know more, you got to come check me out at Frequency Real. I love to do these readings. I'm going to try to come back and give you a love and relationship for those who maybe you aren't even having any sex life right now, because these might not be for everybody. But it may also speak to an energy that's going on inside of you. And fellas, don't mind all of the times where I said she, just reverse the roles. This could be going on with you too. You could have some hidden things going on, maybe some hidden desires with somebody, some hidden little rendezvous and things that are going on, and the woman may be wanting you to really like take it there with her, but you may have some things that are holding you back from kind of really getting down and dirty and things like that. So Leos, if you have any questions, visit me at Frequency Real. You can drop me, go to the comment page or the contact page and drop me a line. And until next time, have a freaky, freaky night. Thanks for listening to Frequency Real Radio. Madam X signing off.